Alright, well here's the remake for, I believe it was, how to connect two Ethernet cables together or something like that. And before we jump into here, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what you can use this for and what you're doing here. What you can use it for is, say you're doing a long run, creating your own home internet, and you're 2 feet away from getting to where you need to be. Don't want to move your box, your modem, your game system, whatever it is, but you don't want to go buy one of these cheap couplers either. So what you can do is actually hook up these two Ethernet cables together by first cutting the head off of one end of each of the cables. But that's pretty self-explanatory there. And actually wiring them together. And what really surprised me is on YouTube you can't find many videos like this. I made this video because I couldn't find any. I learned it on my own, and it's exactly what you think it would be. But some people just getting into this business like to who want to actually, what's the word for it, check their theory more or less. And I'm telling you, if your theory is connecting the wires to the matching color, then you're dead on. Now then, another thing is you want to make sure it's that you use the same cables. Like these two cables are Cat5e, and another thing is it's UTP, or I believe, yes, UTP. Unshielded twisted pairs, and these are for indoor use. I won't recommend them for long outdoor runs. They're Cat5e, and it's T658. These are B. Well, I can't recall the exact number and everything for it, but there's two different types of wiring schemes, I guess you'd call it, for Ethernet. I believe it's like 2658, and the only difference in the names is the A and the B at the end. This is B, so you want to use B for everything else in there. B keystones, B cables, and the cables really don't matter. The cables will give you more speed if they all match. And it would be a lot easier to get inside and work with. And I believe that's it, so I'm just going to jump in here. So I'm going to discard that end here. And there's your head. And another thing is, some people think that RJ45s and RJ11s are the same. RJ11 is your standard phone and telecommunication line. Just what's running to your phone, and RJ45 is going to be for your high-speed internet. Most computers have both ports, while newer ones often have just the RJ45 port now. So if you're buying tools for this job, or if another job such as crimpers, make sure RJ45 for high speed. Now then, what you're going to want to do, and I just use a pair of scissors for this, is, let me get this in here, stick the end of your scissors into the jacket and snip, careful not to nick any wires. So go on here, close to the other side in the same spot, but it really doesn't matter exactly where, and do that again. Now then, you grab one end and pull it down. And then if it's still too short, you can actually, here's a trick, you can take these wires as a lump here, all together. Just take them and pull them down the jacket like a string, and some cables actually have this little string, or sometimes it's even a metal thread. that pulls down to split the jacket. Alrighty, then you want to untwist your pairs. And I will maybe do a different video on the standard RJ45 cable, more about it. So untwist them and group them together like that. Just you can do it in any order, but make sure you keep the colors together. And do the same on the other. And then to strip it, and I'm going to zoom in on this blue one here. The rest I'll do from about this different distance. Is we get that in the camera. Just take your scissors, and I normally use about anywhere from a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch, and just kind of work your scissors in there. Don't squeeze too hard as to cut the wire. Like, just don't go in here and go like that. That will destroy the wire. You just have to very lightly. You can feel if you just don't get too hasty there and don't give too much force. You can feel when it gives a little resistance, and that's when you want to stop. And you want to just kind of split the thing down here. You can even pull the jacket off with the scissors a lot of the time. Alright, and the rest I'll just do from back here. Alrighty then, I already have this side stripped here, and this side as well, so we'll just go ahead and skip it to actually connecting the wires. Try to keep the video short and see. Oh, we're already at 8 minutes. Tape. Ah, there it is. And this is just your standard electrical tape. I don't have time to do them all. I'll do maybe 1 or 2 here, and then you should get the gist. And if you don't, you really aren't cut out for this job at all. Alrighty then, if I can get my fingers out the way. What you want to do is cross your cables, make an X, and you want to keep them right at the center there, and start bending one, just wrap it around the other. Try to keep it on that copper there, keep it tight. And if you have a few strands extra, just bend them straight down. Then do the same for the other side. Alright, you should have something that looks something like that. Real professionally looking job there. But you say so myself. And that also makes it a lot easier to tape. And I recommend you doing like connecting 2 wires, then actually taping them, and do it 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Just keeps things from getting way too cluttered, which is the biggest problem with working with these small cables here. These things just getting too cluttered. Then I like to take the tape and just put a little bit there. I'll just have a little bit above it, that copper, bend it down, then wrap the other end of the tape all the way around. Press it down real hard. And this won't keep it from, like, if you individually just pull it, but when you tape over the entire thing, it will hold pretty well if you did it right. And that's just about the gist of it. And I'm not going to even worry about doing the rest. I'm just going ahead and tape over and show you how to do the installation here, because I'm already at 11 minutes, so dang it. Alright, and if you have any questions, you can always just comment, and I'm always checking my inbox for new comments. Love hearing them and answering the questions, so just go ahead and ask. I'll get back to it. Alright, like I was saying, just go ahead and ask them. I love answering the questions and hearing the comments about it. And always remember to subscribe. And what you want to do with taping here is go over it in one direction once, then over it another. And you know the old saying, 3 times the charm? Well, in this it's more like 4 times the charm. 4 just seems to be the magic number for installation. Now then, if you got kids running around the house, that's a different story. I'd say maybe 20 times to keep the kids away from it. And if it's going to be somewhere with water, you want to really make sure you get the edges taped down very well. And what you want to do is you don't want to go straight over it. You want to put the tape in an angle, pull it, wrap it around. Alright. And as you can see here, this cable is not crimped, and I'll be doing a crimping video for this some other time. I gotta go get a new crimper for the thing. But you can find those all over YouTube, so just type in how to crimp RJ45s or Ethernet cables, something like that, and you can find it real easy. It will show you how to do that. But there you go. That's how you do it. Plug this into whatever you want, and you're good to go. Then be sure to check out our web store, and once again, we've run into legal issues with the name, so I'll have to post the name and the link of the store in I guess description, or one of those little boxes on YouTube. I don't know. Would have to do that. Alright, join us next time.